The controversial bills are part of a package of judicial reforms put forward by the ruling right-wing Law and Justice Party (PiS) and passed by both houses of Polish parliament last week. The proposed reforms have prompted huge protests in the capital Warsaw and across the country. This law would not strengthen the sense of justice in society, Duda said in a televised declaration Monday. The AFP news agency reported. Crowds began to gather outside the presidential palace on Monday morning, waving Polish flags and chanting, "We did it," and "Thank you." The president's veto is a victory for Poles who turned out to protest in over 100 cities over the weekend. Critics had condemned the legislation as a blatant power grab by the PiS, which repeatedly insisted that it was simply carrying out needed judicial reform. Key to the legislation was that current Supreme Court judges would be forced into early retirement and new judges appointed by the Justice Ministry. Duda's announcement came just 2 days after Parliament's upper house, the Senate, approved the bill. Following 16 hours of debate, the lower house had voted the measure through on Thursday. The legislation was described by protesters as the beginning of the end of democracy in the Eastern European country, one of the first former communist nations to join the European Union. In his speech, Duda appealed to the opposition to change tack, urging protesters not to turn to violence. People can demonstrate in the streets, can show their dissatisfaction, but not resort to violence. Duda said, "I admit that my decision can be controversial. But I'm stating here that this law, which has been passed through Parliament, will not come into effect," he added. A poll conducted by CNN affiliate TVN last week found that 55% of Poles said Duda should veto the court laws, 29% said he should not.